What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now I have an unboxing and first impressions of this boot right here. You guys seen in the title of this video, the Adidas Predator Rotero. Now I wasn't actually planning on getting these. Uh, I was just at the Adidas store here at Soho in New York City, and I walked in and I saw them, and then I quickly got them. Um, I was actually surprised that they had them in stock and in my size, so that's pretty cool. So that's just a cool pickup. I wasn't really expecting getting these just because they did sell out like pretty quickly. Ever since people found out that they were leather, they instantly like sold out. So I'm actually kind of lucky that I was able to find a pair. Now this boot comes in a limited collection box, which is just a standard box, nothing special. Here we do have like the size tag right there, boom, and you open the box up. We actually do get some extras here. We do have some laces from Adidas themselves, and these are some navy laces that kind of matches the navy color. The regular like laces that are on the boot themselves are gray, and I don't think I'm gonna change them just because you can't really see them because of the folder tongue. So it doesn't really matter if you change your laces or not for the most part. Here we do get a string bag which matches the colors. It does say Predator here, and it's the same mesh string bag that they always provide, and nothing really special, but pretty cool that it does match the colorway itself. Now afterwards we do get the cleats. Alright, so here we have the boot, and honestly, I wasn't really a big fan of the colorway. I didn't really care for this model so much, even though it was like kind of like a throwback colorway for the other Preds. But I honestly didn't really like it. I don't know, just the way it looked in photos, I didn't really like it. But once having it, in hand, seeing it in hand, and having them on feet, I actually think they look pretty cool. You guys can see here, it's like split, so it's like half navy and then half this like gray color, which looks pretty nice. And I really like that the rubber elements are a different color and it's red. And here the tongue, we do see that it's red with the blue like elastic strap. And this red is an actual true red. This is what red is supposed to be on the Pred, not like that solar orange. So that's actually pretty nice to see that we actually get a true red and in the rubber elements as well. So now having them in hand, I actually really like this colorway a lot. It's very solid. It's colors that we don't really see typically nowadays in football. I feel like this gray and this navy, like navy blue, we don't really see. So actually, it looks pretty nice. And these went crazy just because they are like leather. It is a leather upper. I feel like before people didn't really care about this boot all that much. They just saw it as like a throwback colorway. But once Adidas came out saying that this was like a leather upper, that kind of changed and these kind of sold out instantly. So we'll talk about the upper just because that's like the major change coming from a standard Adidas Predator model. So in the tech specs, they do say that this is like fusion skin, which is kind of confusing because fusion skin, if you guys don't know, is found in the Copa, and it's basically this synthetic material. So it's not the leather itself. Like the leather here, they call it calfskin, and so it transitions into this fusion skin, which is a kind of this like synthetic, and it's pretty soft, and it's supposed to kind of mimic leather. And like in the Copa, it does a really good job at transitioning, so it's very hard to find like the transitioning point because the material itself is kind of similar in terms of thickness, and so it's very seamless on feet. And this fusion skin material is really nice, but it's not like a natural leather. So here in the Adidas Predator Rotero, they say that it's fusion skin, but it's for sure like leather. Like they said that it was leather. They don't really specify what type of leather it is, but it is leather. It's not. I don't know. I don't know why they call it fusion skin. I don't know if there's like a transition point here on the side, but for me, the upper feels pretty consistent all throughout. Like you guys can see the way it like wrinkles and stuff. Like that's like for sure is leather. And even here on the side, it is a bit thinner, but it does do the same. Like it does feel the same way. It does like kind of react the same way when you're touching it. So for the most part, I'm pretty sure this whole like upper, besides like the back piece here, obviously this is knitted. I'm pretty sure this is all leather. It's just a little confusing in terms of why they're calling it like fusion skin in my opinion. So I'm not exactly sure. But this upper feels fantastic. Like it is pretty soft. You guys see if when I push it down, it's nice and soft. It wrinkles, and these will just get even softer as you play it with them. Obviously, leather does have like a break-in period, and so I just expect these to get a lot like softer once I do start wearing them and break them in. But so far out of the box, they feel pretty good in hand. Other than that, in terms of the upper, basically everything else is the same. We do still have the same tongue, and it's the same material. Here we do have like the rubber elements on the tongue as well, and this is Adidas logo is also rubber. We have the rubber strike elements here. The heel is the same padding, same outsole as well, same external heel counter. Everything is the same. What basically changes is the upper, and that kind of also kind of changes the fit a little bit. And I'll talk about it real quick because I have worn these already. Like I've tried them on feet, and basically the fit. The only difference is in the toe box where it has more of a round shape instead of it's not as pointy as the standard Adidas Predator. And I just found these to be a little bit more comfortable just because you do have that space in the toes just to wiggle your toes, and it's just boxed off, and so it doesn't feel super narrow in the toe box. In the midfoot, there's a little bit more like volume, but not a lot. For the most part, it still fits the same. The only difference is in the toe box, in my opinion, where, like I said, there is just a little bit more space, and I just feel like it's more comfortable. So for me, like I just prefer this shape a little bit more than the standard pred. The standard pred is still really good. Like it's just a bit more pinched here in the toe box. But yeah, that's basically it in terms of the difference between like the standard and like this model. I haven't found any other changes. Like I said, the heel, the outsole, the tongue is basically all the same. Even the fit in the midfoot, like I said, there's just a little bit more space. So Adidas came out and said that they weren't gonna drop another variant of this boot. So this is probably like the only time that there will be a leather Predator, and I feel like that's true. And also they might change their mind just because this like model was so popular, it just sold out instantly. So I feel like that might change. They might not. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, I just want to try these out and see how they feel. If there's any huge difference with the like standard model and this model, I will be doing a playtest so you guys can see these in action, and then I'll let you guys know my thoughts in that video as well as like the full review. I feel like there isn't going to be such like huge differences between this one and the other one. Maybe just in terms of comfort and maybe just the upper being a little bit softer. But for the most part, I feel like it's going to have the same feel. The upper itself doesn't feel like any thicker or any thinner. It just feels a little bit softer. But I'll let you guys know in the full review as well as in the playtest. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I just wanted to make a first impressions video as well as just give you my overall thoughts and opinions of this boot. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about these boots. Also, if you guys have any questions, just let me know down below. I'll do my best to answer them. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.